Hello, good evening, and welcome, Chelsea fans. As you can see, I'm doing this video from my vehicle because I literally had to watch the game all the way on the train. But Chelsea won, Pafos 0. Now I was looking at this game, and it was, I had this feeling that we are facing a team that is good in defense, but at the same time, they have come to pack the bus because I'm telling you, in the first 30 minutes of the game, I don't think they came out to, try to attempt to have an attack. If they did, it's probably one time. But all throughout the first 30 minutes, it was as if they had a game plan, which is have 6 players or 5 players right there in defense, 4 just playing right there in the midfield, and 1 player who was just trying to roam and cause any delays in attack from defense. And we had a really, really tough time in this game. And as I was watching this game, I kept on thinking, oh my goodness, this is what we used to see when Enzo Maresca was the coach of Chelsea. And during that time, we know how we struggled because we could not break defenses, and the coach made substitutions so late. But this particular game, this shows us something that, hey, we have to find a way. And today, yes, we found a way. I don't care whether it's through the free kick, corner kick, whatever set piece, we had to score a goal. And I said before this game, I don't care how we play, I just want us to win. And yes, Chelsea won today because we needed that. And now we got the 3 points, which is very, very important. We go away to Napoli, and we're going to try and get a result over there. It's not going to be easy at Napoli because we know they're a very, very good team. But I think they're still sitting below us on the table after today's win. So what happened? The lineup was kind of crazy because the coach decided to start with Philip Jurgensen in the as the goalkeeper, and then in defense he had Bajashil and Fofana, and then Hato and Malo Gusto playing that defense line. In the midfield, he had Caicedo and Reece James holding that defensive midfield. And I thought Reece James, he played well, but I thought he could do a little bit better. Okay, Caicedo was doing his own thing as usual. And then in the attack, he had Enzo Fernandez, he had Garnacho, Pedro Neto, and he started Delap, which I thought he was going to start with Delap. But, that first half, the attack wasn't so biting. We did have a few shots. The keeper saved some. Made some saves, but it still wasn't good enough. And in the second half, the coach decided to make some changes. He brought in Esteval. And obviously, when Esteval came in, he was giving more shots. He was trying his best. And you could see he was lighting up the field. He was lighting up the entire stadium because every single time he takes the ball, we all expected something good to happen. Okay, I'm telling you, this guy is going to be a big war star for Chelsea, and I hope he continues this way. Okay, but the goal still didn't come. Again, man, the Pafos goalkeeper, he's probably the man of the match today because I can't remember how many times he saved the ball. He saved the ball probably 10, 10 times. I might be exaggerating, but it was like that. He made a lot of saves, and because of that, he kept Pafos in this game. Now, in the second half, Pafos did try to come out, and they had a few chances. Nothing really crazy. Of course, Liam Rosinho, he made a change also. He switched Jurgensen and brought in Robert Sanchez. Okay, I'm not sure. It looked like a training, practice because it was a defense versus attack. We kept on attacking. They kept on defending. And I was like, what is going on? How do we break through? And he had to come in through a set piece. Well, it was a corner. And of course, Bajashil was there. And somebody, I can't remember who headed the ball, but it was a flick on. And lo and behold, Caicedo was there to head the ball. And that was Chelsea's goal. And that's all we needed. I'm telling you, 3 points is very, very important because in this Champions League, right, I'm looking at the table and I'm looking at the teams that were either below us winning, like Newcastle was winning the game. I was like, oh my gosh, we've not scored a goal yet and we are still drawing this game. We need to win. I don't care if it's 1 goal. Of course, I hope that we scored maybe 2 or 3 or 4 goals because goal difference might become an issue in the final run. But hey, right now, the 3 points matter. Our job is to make sure we qualify for the next phase automatically without going through another, playoff, because that would be crazy. That's going to add more matches and more playing time on the players who are going through a whole lot, from injuries and all that. But again, one thing I did notice that the coach made changes early enough, and then later on he had to remove Reece James. He brought in he brought in Cucurella for Hato. He made changes and he took off Reece James. He brought in Jamie Gittins, and also he removed Garnacho and he put in what's his name, João Pedro. All right, and I think these guys, they came in, there was more bite to the attack. Needless to say, the attack in the first half was still good. It's just the keeper was very, very good. We needed something extraordinary to beat the keeper, and that is what we did today. In the 76th minute, we were able to score that goal, and from there I knew, wow, this is it. We've won this game. Pafos did have some time to come out again because they made some changes. They tried to change the tactics because obviously, you can't come in the Champions League and want to play defense all throughout the 90 minutes. So they had to make some changes. They brought in some 1 or 2 attackers. I think one of them had like a couple shots, but nothing crazy that Robert Sanchez could not happen. All the same, and might I say, the first half, Jurgensen, I don't think he ever made any save because he was just chilling, Probably one time when there was a crossing and it looked like the defender, which is Fofana, was trying to hold on to your attacker. He had to come in and chest the ball and kind of take the ball away from the attacker. But other than that, he didn't do anything the first half. So he was really having a relaxed game, and it was Sanchez who came in and kind of had some saves he had to make, but nothing that he could not take care of. All right. So I thought at the end of the day, the coach made some changes which worked. It helped us out, and we got the 3 points, which is what matters, and we move on to the next game, which is Crystal Palace. For some reason, Cole Palmer did not play today, so I'm thinking maybe it's the groin injury, or hopefully it's not that he got the flu also, because there's been some kind of flu going on in the right there in camp, and hopefully that's not what's going on. But other than that, everybody looks like they are healthy. I think we just need more time with this coach, and he's going to be able to prove to us what he can do as a coach. And the players, I hope they adapt. We need to win the game against Crystal Palace. And I'm going to do another video about Crystal Palace, which will be the match review. But for now, I think Chelsea fans will be happy with these 3 points. So far out of 4 games, he's won 3, lost 1. Well, the one that he lost against Arsenal, that's a halftime. So let's go forward with the next game, which is against Crystal Palace, and I expect Chelsea to win that game, regardless of how we play. I think this time around, in this time of the season, what matters is the 3 points, not how well you play, because you could play very, very well, have all those fancy tiki-taka, ball position and that. But if you don't put the ball in the net, if you don't come away with 3 points, that's almost like a loss, and that's raises more frustration for the Chelsea fan. But today we celebrate this win. It's a good one. First Champions League win for of course, for Liam Rosinho. First Champions League for him as a manager, and I hope this guy does wonders for the team. Okay, so that's it for now. It's a short video, but hey, let me know what you think about all this in the comment section. And once again, if you like this content, if you like this channel, please do me a favor and subscribe. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button, hit the share button, do some comments. Let me know what you think about the game today. Could you have started the lineup just as you did, or could you have done differently? Okay, but let me know what you think and enjoy the rest of your day.